Yo guys, and welcome back to this new stream here on the channel. And on today's stream we are going to discuss the Bitcoin price action on the imminent short term, to discuss what we are right now anticipating that is going to be happening here in the coming hours, coming days here in Bitcoin, here in the cryptocurrency market. As well, I'm going to go over where I do still expect to see the weekend going to be ending like. As well, I'm going to talk about these important levels of support and resistance on the top side and lower side, because like we discussed, of course, Bitcoin finding resistance at the top side several times, like you can see over here, and the lower side is providing the support. So we're still seeing this sideways action, consolidation phase in play, and I will be going over all the different time frames, all the different patterns that we're right now seeing here on the daily and of course on the weekly time frame as well here. As well, I will be going over my trade on today's stream. We'll talk a little bit about the fear and greed index, that the market is returning towards a neutral territory and right now here. Of course, the market saw a very significant pump. That's the reason why we're seeing so as well. I want to be talking about some key levels that, of course, a lot of buying orders are set up at. I want to be talking about the hash rate shooting up because of Iran is right now, of course, lifted away the Bitcoin, the crypto mining right now, and you can see the hash rate is shooting up right now here. So that's of course very important to know here. And of course, I'm going to talk about the funding rate, the Bitcoin market data, and of course the SEC approving these ETFs once again. So yeah, guys, let me start off with discussing the price analysis before going into some of these articles, because yes, I do think it's important to discuss these articles. But before doing so, I want to talk a little bit about the chart. So still, I'm always going to say it. It's right now still weekend, so the Saturday is done. Right now it is Sunday, the double S's of course, and we can be right now looking at, of course, some more sideways action in my opinion. But of course, while we are maybe going to form some sideways action, we are having some key levels that we have to be keeping our eyes out on right now. Because even though it is weekend, I do think this is going to be maybe the potential leading indicator and the leading pattern that we could be creating here, that we have to keep our eyes out on for the coming week here. Because yes, if we're going to be looking at this pair of a symmetrical triangle right now here, this is going to be, of course, the most important scenario that you have to keep your eyes out on right now. So this symmetrical triangle can take several hours, several days, not several days, but several hours from here on to really unfold here. Still going to say it, I do think that we are seeing a lack of touches on the lower side, because we only saw 2 touch points, and I usually don't really see and really react to our trend lines if you only see 2 touch points, because you really need 3 touch points to call this a valid trend line. So still, I should take this symmetrical triangle with a grain of salt. Of course, the resistance is very clear because we saw 1, 2, 3, 4 touch points on the top side. So the resistance is very clear. This is going to be an important level that we have to be breaking, and this level provided us resistance already several times, of course. But the support line, it is still lacking a little bit of its significance right now here. So like you can see yesterday as well here, I was talking about this horizontal level over here and this bullish divergence that we were generated over here, because we were creating this bullish divergence over here, and since then, of course, we moved up very significantly. Right now, of course, the market even going a little bit lower here in terms of the RSI, in terms of the price action, but this was not necessarily a bearish divergence that we were getting created here. So yeah, we were bouncing off the 47.2k. We're right now just consolidating the top side, so the 48.4k providing the resistance currently for Bitcoin. You can see very clear rejections getting found on that level, lower side providing the support. I personally expect if we're going to see another touch point on the top side getting generated, it is very likely to expect a pullback, maybe towards the lower side, and then see another push up and see a pullback. I see, of course, as well, such a consolidation phase playing out here. And the reason why here is as well, is that I still expect that Bitcoin is going to be opening its weekly candle, or at least tomorrow, it's going to be visiting this level of the $48,000 US, because we closed the Friday over here and it tends to be opening as well over there. So I told everyone before already, I do think that this white line here in the middle is going to be the base price for Bitcoin on Monday. So yeah, if Bitcoin is going to be increasing, I expect a pullback on Monday. If Bitcoin is going to fall to of course push up from here on, and Bitcoin is, let's say, going to fall lower, I expect a push up towards the upside on Monday. So it really depends on how today is going to behave itself to determine on how bullish I will be tomorrow. But either way, I do think that next week is going to be a bullish month here, and I will be going into my reasons why I do think next week is a bullish month here. But right now I'm only talking about the, let's say, imminent short term, because me as a trader always want to be catching these minor moves towards the upside or these minor moves towards the downside, and that is of course a thing that I exactly will be predicting as well for you guys out there. So right now, for now on, it still shows us, like in my prediction made yesterday, that this is the floor price here. This is the base price for the weekend, and I personally still anticipate the exact same here. I still anticipate if Bitcoin is going to move further on, we're going to get a pullback. If Bitcoin is going to move further down, we're going to get a push towards the upside. So for you guys out there that really want to be still longing the market or short the market or whatsoever, I should highly suggest, of course, to not short this market right now here. I think it is too risky if you're going to open a short position on this market. But yes, if you're willing to look at long positions, we could be maybe look at some very important levels that we could be opening very strong longs at. And I know there are already a few buying orders set up here around this range of the $46,000. Still, of course, a lot of these orders on the $41,000. But of course, I don't think that this is necessarily easy to be rich right now here. So what is going to be important, and what we're as well over here seeing, is that we're seeing quite a spike here getting formed here on the 46k range here. So we could be maybe anticipate that there's going to be a lot of buying orders set up over there. And as well, if we look at the past, we know that the 46k range here, the 46 to 51k range, has been providing a lot of resistance in the past. And since we're right now trading above that range, this previous level where a lot of people were setting their sell orders will be right now a zone where people will be setting their buying orders. That is usually how market psychologists work. So for me, and to discuss this right away out there for you guys out as well, if we're going to purely look at the technicals, if we're really going to see a pullback towards this green line over here, and this green line is going to be equaling the $46,000 retest, I should think this is going to be a very strong long opportunity. So I am once again making this clear. I am not personally really anticipating we're going to get a pullback towards this level, but let's say Bitcoin is going to be pulling back towards the $46,000. This is going to be providing for you guys out there a very strong long opportunity. This is going to be a very strong opportunity to long the market. So I am already set up several orders on my different accounts here, because this is my account that I'm swing trading with. With this swing trading account, I'm very ready thinking of as well adding more to my position on the $46,000, because it's such a good entry, such a good place to add more to my position. But for sure, with my different account where I'm scalp trading at, I will be opening a new long position over there. And I think that I could easily ride it towards new highs over here and could easily take these 10% swings towards the upside. So that is, of course, a thing that I would love to see. And to be honest, the best case scenario to see the 46k getting reached here is today. If we're going to see it today, on Sunday, it is going to be the best, because that will be meaning that this push on Monday is going to be almost inevitable, right? So I would love to see this drop-off getting created on Sunday, even though I think the chances are relatively low. But this is, of course, the worst case scenario, but as well best case scenario for everyone out there who wants to long the market. So if we're going to look at a different trading opportunity, I don't really see another opportunity. Of course, we could be looking for a breakout trade of this symmetrical triangle. But for you guys out there that want to be trading this symmetrical triangle, I will be not trading it on the weekend. I will be only trading this symmetrical triangle if we're going to consolidate for another, let's say, 18 hours. So we are, of course, going to break out on the Monday. If we're going to break out on the Monday of this pattern, I will be trading it. If we're going to break out on the Sunday, so today, I will be not trading it. So for me, I will be waiting ever so slightly. I will give it a little bit more time. And if we're going to be breaking out on the Monday, and if we're seeing some more sideways action here in this pattern, I will be trading it for sure. And for you guys out there, I will be trying to post it here on my Twitter page to say to you guys once I'm opening a new trading position. So for me, it will be hard. For me, it will be only hard to show it in the stream. But I will be keeping you guys up to date about this one with Twitter, because if I want to be showing it in the stream, I have to log out of this account and log in with my different account, and then I show my account details, and that's of course not a thing that I like to do here. So yeah, if you want to be as well make these trading trades, make sure to sign up here with the highest link in the description. It's definitely worth to check out here. So if we're going to break out on a Monday, I will be trading this for sure, and I will be keeping you guys up to date here on my Twitter page, and of course on YouTube, guys. I will be trying to really push out this 1 to 2, let's say 2 to 3 minute video out there to you for you guys, and I will be trying to, of course, warn you guys about the trade that I'm going to take. And of course, if we're going to be have an opportunity to live stream, I will be for sure trying to open a trade live with you guys out there, because that is of course the exact thing that I want to do here. But then as well, 4 hourly candles. The 4 hourly candles looking very solid right now, to be honest. Like we know here, this green box on the lower side, like you saw just a moment ago, provide very strong support. This is going to be a really worst case scenario. Don't think that the chances are high that we're going to reach it, because a lot of people want to be buying around these ranges right now here, and if a lot of people want to be buying us about certain ranges, it usually doesn't happen. Just like everyone was buying at the 38,000, it doesn't happen, of course. So yeah, it's best case, I mean worst case, and at the same time as well best case scenario, because once again, if we're really retracing back towards these lower levels, I will be really embrace it as very strong long opportunities, and because we have been really shifting the trend, right? We have been shifting the trend. So what you want to be doing, if you shift these trends here, so from lower high structure towards a higher high structure, what you want to be doing in these trends here is long every freaking dip. You want to long every freaking dip that we're going to get here. That is the best strategy, in my opinion, that you could be doing right now here. Since we're right now in an uptrend, you want to be longing every freaking dip. So what I'm seeing right now here in the market on the 4 hourly candles here is also pretty interesting. So looks to be, first of all, we're creating some kind of an parallel channel towards the upside over here. We're just consolidating towards the upside over here. We're moving up ever so slightly, but in the same time we are seeing the RSI decreasing. So we're seeing a lot of momentum getting generated right now here on the RSI, and in the meantime we're seeing the prices increasing. So that's of course a relatively bad thing to see in the market, but at the same time, how I approach it, and like I expected and predicted yesterday, of course, on the market, I expect the market to go sideways for the weekend. Literally, my prediction yesterday was the weekend is going to be sideways action for Bitcoin. So far, my prediction came out here. And of course, what I as well said to you guys out there is that if we're going to go sideways and consolidate under the resistance, this is going to be bullish, because if we're going to consolidate under the resistance, I expect a major breakout on Monday. If we're going to, of course, continue this consolidation till the end of today, and tomorrow is going to be a very beautiful green day, guys. I can tell you already, if we're going to be able to consolidate under this level for the remaining of the weekend, tomorrow is going to be an extremely bullish day. Of course, even though if we're going to get a correction today, tomorrow is as well going to be extreme green day here. So personally, I do expect some kind of a structure like this before really moving up here, because you never tend to see, of course, these major legs up here before getting a shakeout. So yeah, maybe a minor shakeout is possible, and that is the reason why I still will be opting for the 46,000 US dollars, because that will be the best case to, of course, open your long position. But let's say we're not going to see so. It's also a very big probability that we're not going to see so, to be honest. But yeah, if we're going to be able to basically break through this red box, what is going to be, for me, very important, because this level provided us very strong resistance over here, resistance over here, support over here, support over here, resistance over here, resistance over here. So yeah, this has been showing us, this level has been showing us that it is a pretty significant level that you have to be breaking through. So once again, going to say it, if we're not going to be able to break through this level and see a major correction, this is going to be, of course, for the imminent short term, a little bit more bearish. But yeah, I want to be basically seeing a breakthrough of this level. Of course, the next realistic target that we have to then be breakthrough here is, of course, going to be this top level over here. And I personally do expect that Bitcoin is going to be as well find some very significant resistance around this range over here. So Melvin as well, donate to the channel. You're saying, can you have a look at Terra Luna? It's on an all-time high. I will be taking a look at it for a second. In a second, my man. I will be setting up my donation screen here on my second screen here, and I have your request open, Melvin, but I will be first finishing up my my thoughts on about Bitcoin, and after that I will be moving in towards the altcoins. So yes, I will be going over it in a second, Melvin. Let me start up with first finishing up my thoughts about Bitcoin and my predictions on the coming months. I still want to be doing here as well. So guys, if you're very interested in my predictions for Bitcoin in the coming 4 months here, make sure to at least stick for another 10 to 15 minutes here in the stream here. And don't forget, by the way, guys, to smash up that like button. Of course, if you want to be smashing up the like button, it will be truly highly appreciated. The more of you guys are smashing up the like button, the more viral cryptocurrency content is going. And of course, it's only going to it's only going to take a few seconds of your time, and you will be literally mean the world to me here. So yeah, what's going to be the next major resistance for Bitcoin, you're maybe asking, is going to be the red box here. Once again, purely based off horizontal levels of resistance from the past, I personally expect if we're going to be breaking through this level, we're going to see maybe such kind of a structure like this here unfold. So Keep your eyes out on that one. Then as well, other chart. We know Bitcoin daily time frame is going to be very important to look at here, and a lot of altcoin requests coming in, guys. I will be going over a lot of altcoins. I will be going over all your altcoin requests here. I will be trying to go over the most amount of them, but I will be doing it after I finished up my Bitcoin thoughts. Okay, guys. So give me a second before moving into your altcoin request here. So Bitcoin, still told you guys before, this is the major horizontal level on the daily time frame that Bitcoin has to be breaking. Bitcoin has to be breaking this daily level here. If Bitcoin is going to break through this daily level over here, like you can see previous resistance, and this was also the point of the rollover, so we got rejected over here, and this resulted in the rollover towards the downside, like you can see. Right now we are forming, of course, once again, another local high at this level. So we're once again forming a local high at this level. So what I want to be seeing once again here is a higher high than this high, and this will be once again confirming the uptrend. So right now it could be still potentially be a double top. Of course, worst case scenario, but since the 4 hourly candles is looking pretty bullish, since the 1 hourly candles are looking still pretty bullish, I still expect a breach through of this level here. And as well, we know we are right now trading in a falling wedge, and the daily time frame is also still looking pretty bullish. The price target of this falling wedge is still going to be the top side of the wedge. What is, of course, a 21% trade here. What I took with my trade over here, I took this trade here. I told it to everyone out there. I will be swing trading the market towards the upside, and I will be doing so because I'm seeing, of course, the 4 hourly candles showing us a lot of strength and the daily time frame showing us a lot of strength, and that was the reason why I'm also doing so. As well, the RSI downtrend broke out, moved up, and personally, price target of this as well is, of course, to go in overextended territorium. So I do expect that Bitcoin could be running on towards very rapid pace towards overextended territorium. As well, to really talk about the daily time frame, I do expect that we could be seeing a lot of these big green candles here in the coming days, and I do expect that the market could be rallying very quickly towards the upside in a very rapid pace. So make sure that you're going to keep your eyes on that one, because I think personally that the market could be starting to move up very quickly from here on. As well, Bitcoin, my road predictions right now for the coming months there. To be honest, what do I really expect where Bitcoin is heading towards in this coming month of October? I personally expect that we're at least going to see a breakthrough of the 0.382 here in this Fibonacci. I personally expect that we're going to at least get a touch of the 0.5 and even wick above it a little bit. So, yeah, you're wondering what are my price targets here? My price targets is going to be, at least for this month, the 49.1k here. I personally think it is definitely possible. You can see already this very green, solid bounce from here on. I do think this is a very good candle that we got over here. This weekly candle is going to close in exactly 15 hours. This is one of these bullish, but I'm saying extremely bullish, I have to say. I mean, weekly candle closes. Of course, we set up this Fibonacci from swing low to swing high to swing low to identify the extension levels on the weekly time frame. You can see here previously the weekly perfectly found rejections by it, and it moved down by the lower side. Right now, we're perfectly finding a supportive bounce. I think the least thing that we should be expecting in the coming week afterwards, so next week, is going to be a touch here of the golden pocket, not the golden pocket, the 0.382 here in this Fibonacci extension. The golden pocket is, of course, in this extension is 0.618 here. But we are at least should be expecting a touch of this 51.9k level here. And of course, if we're going to be able to breach through with a weekly candle of this level, I mean, man, it's game on, because the next target is going to be the 59.1k. And of course, the next target is going to be, realistically speaking, the all-time high. But the all-time high is also very close by the golden pocket entry. And personally, I do think that this golden pocket resistance is going to be the major resistance point for Bitcoin, and could be potentially the turning point for the imminent short term, before then, of course, once again blasting up towards the upside, because this level is coming together with the all-time high and the 0.618 here in this Fibonacci extension. I do think that this is going to be a major turning point in potentially the trend that we could be creating right now here. So keep your eyes out on that one for sure. This is a thing to keep your attention towards right now. This Fibonacci extension on the weekly time frame is going to be one of the most important charts that probably everyone will be talking about in a second here on YouTube, on the internet. Right now, no one is talking about it yet here, but this is going to be the chart that is going to show us where the market is going to peak at. Because I personally think that this cycle, we're going to peak somewhere around the 127,000 US dollars. Some people are saying 300k. I mean, yes, I do expect 300k getting reached there. but not in the coming 12 months from now on. I don't see it in the coming 12 months from here on, but I do see this target getting reached here in the coming 5 months from this time of recording. So excuse me. But yeah, the 1.618 here is a historically very strong level of resistance in the Fibonacci. Yeah, if we're really going to break through that level, and if I look to coins like Solana, it topped out at the 1.618. If I looked at different coins and different assets, I know a lot of these assets tend to top out around the 1.618 here. And if we're really going to be breaking through that level, or let's say going to close a weekly candle above it, the next realistic target is going to be the 2.618 here. And afterwards, of course, these are my next very, very realistic targets for Bitcoin. But first, let's focus on the beginning. And first, let's focus on breaching through the 51.9K. And I do think that it's going to be a matter of time till we're going to be breaking through that level, of course. So, yeah, pretty exciting. Pretty exciting what we got for Bitcoin out there. As well, guys, if we're going to look real quickly to Ethereum, you can see Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin, guys. Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin. And was it likely to expect a bounce? Because yesterday we discussed Ethereum as well here. And Ethereum, of course, bounced off from this Ethereum compared to Bitcoin comparison chart. And that was the reason why it is right now, of course, moving up ever so slightly from here on. And you can see over here, resistance, support. And once again, support getting found on this level. So very likely to see this bounce getting played out here. And right now we are running in towards some critical levels of some resistance. And I was just looking to this chart. This is the chart that I want to be looking at. And this is, of course, the cup and handle scenario here on Ethereum that I'm taking still as my main scenario to look at. Because this cup and handle scenario is going to be the scenario that I'm personally anticipate is going to play out. And this is going to be the price targets that we should be aiming for on Ethereum right now here. So yeah, if we're going to look at the Ethereum price targets of this cup and handle, we know our price targets is sitting around the 5,207 US dollars. And I think this is a very realistic price target, but of course, we still have some major resistance to clear ahead of us. We still have to be breaking through this all-time high box over here where we got massively rejected from in the past. So this is going to be an important thing that we have to be breaking. But before going further into Ethereum, I see some people saying in the chat here, I saw that Iran lifted off their crypto mining ban. And guys, that is a thing I want to be talking about real quickly. So yeah, $1 billion Bitcoin mining industry is resuming once again in Iran after the 3-month ban here. So what kind of influence has this on the Bitcoin ecosystem? That is the question that you should be asking yourself here. So due to this this ban is getting lifted, the first thing we saw right away playing out here, guys, was pretty interesting here. We right away saw the hash rate shooting up here. And this was pretty interesting because literally 3 months ago, China banned all these miners out there. The hash rate absolutely collapsed here. The Bitcoin difficulty absolutely went very, very low. A lot of people started to panic because the Bitcoin difficulty was extremely low here, and they thought it was game over, of course. But still, guys, right now you can see the rise of the hash rate once again shooting up here. This is, of course, has to be doing something with the lift of the ban right now. But second of all, if the Bitcoin hash rate shoots up here, it shows you that there is a lot of interest for these miners to mine Bitcoin. And what does it mean? If the hash rate shoots up here, it's less profitable to be mining Bitcoin because more people are mining Bitcoin, right? So what does it mean? These miners are anticipating way higher prices, and the miners have a lot of influence on the market because if the miners are going to constantly sell off their cryptos, it's going to not, the market is most likely have a lot of sell pressure, right? But right now as well, if we're looking towards their if we're looking towards the miners right now, and let me get that in front of the screen here. If we're looking towards the miners flows, we know that they're not really they're not really having outflow right now. They're not really having these massive sells right there. What you can see over here, right? These miners are not really selling off their major amounts of Bitcoins, and that is of course a very positive thing here. Because we know the hash rate is shooting up, the miners are ready to of course spend those energy costs on mining Bitcoin because they think it is going to be paying off in the future. So this is of course a very bullish sign that we see the hash rate of course shooting up once again. Because if we're looking as well to the Bitcoin difficulty for a second, let me see, hash rate difficulty. Maybe I have to search it up. I will search it up. Miners. Let me see. Oh, here, the difficulty, just like this. So the difficulty will be shooting up once again as well. And as soon as the difficulty shoots up, is every 2 weeks, the difficulty is going to be going up or down, depends on how much hash rate it is. And it's, of course, automatically calculated in the Bitcoin ecosystem. It will be shooting up here. And as soon as it shoots up here, it is going to be more expensive for these miners to mine Bitcoin, basically. And they're getting less rewards. So that is, of course, a good thing. But what kind of influence will it be having? If the mining hash rate, like we know from the past here, if the hash rate is high, the network is of course more secure, but at the same time, it means that there's more interest. And I think these miners know, of course, a lot of these miners are not stupid. They know the exact same things that we know. And I think, yeah, they are as well preparing themselves for right now a very strong Q4. And I'm getting excited for it because if the hash rate is high, we tend to see the prices rising as well. And if the hash rate is rising, but the prices are not rising, we tend to see the prices rising afterwards. So important thing to know here, keep your eyes out on it. And it's of course extremely bullish that they are right now not getting banned anymore to mine Bitcoin. And it's a good thing for the whole ecosystem. And of course, look at the China FUD. It has no influence at all with the market right now on the Bitcoin mining. Bitcoin was not getting wrecked because it can't be mined anymore because China is stopping. No, they're just moving to North America. And right now Iran is as well once again continuing the mining. So pretty bullish if you should ask me here. As well, quickly look into the funding rates here, guys, out there. I want to keep you guys up to date about this every single day. Right now, positive funding rates here. So yeah, I have to be once again paying to be in my position. Now, very high funding rates. It's right now only $23 for every 8 hours. So funding rates are still relatively low. So because the funding rates are still relatively low, it is still worthy to open swing trade positions for you guys out there. If you're wondering, swing trade positions are positions that you have open for a longer time. And if you're using, let's say, a low leverage with more capital, you could be, of course, have a pretty low risk trade with very high risk, with very high potential rewards, just like I'm doing over here. But always never trade with all your capital. I'm as well only trading with a very small amount here. So make sure that you're doing it safe here. And for sure, if you're interested in swing trading, I will be trying to publish a video about it in the future here. And as well, don't forget to sign up here with the highest link in the description if you're interested on signing up with BYBIT here to be able to as well make these gains here. And as well at the same time, guys, yesterday we as well discussed it, but I do think this is one of these things that you should be discussing every single day here, because I want to be raising the awareness. The SEC of course extended these 4 Bitcoin ETFs by 45 days here, but right now the predicted days that there will be getting approved here is going to be the 21st of November, 8th of December, 11th of December, and December 24th. And what is that going to be resulting like? December is going to be an extremely bullish month. I can tell you already, December is going to be one of the most bullish months in Bitcoin of this year, most likely, because 3 freaking ETFs are going to most likely get approved by then. And it will be having massive influence on the FOMO. It will be having massive influence on the market in general. What you could be doing right now is front run the market. HODL. Just buy cheap Bitcoin while you still can here, because I can tell you already the real FOMO starts once Bitcoin hits 100k. Google Trends. Look at this. Google Trends, guys. Important to know it. I'm going to set it worldwide for the past 5 years. Look at how low the interest right now is here. Once no one is talking about it, or once no one is searching on it right here, you should start to get greedy. The FOMO has not even started, because this is what FOMO looks like. This is the stages where we're right now in of 2017. The FOMO really starts once we're crushing through that 70k barrier or the 60k barrier. Then the real FOMO starts once again here. Then we're getting these new investors in the market once again. But right now, a lot of people talk about Bitcoin, but they're always saying, no, I'm not going to buy it, because they're scared. But because the people scared money, they will be always buy only once the market is green. And for us, it's good because we bought the dip, we bought low, and they will be providing the buying pressure. Not everyone can become crypto rich here, of course. And everyone who's right now watching, you are right now on the right side. So make sure that you're going to keep your attention towards it. Bitcoin is not in a bear market. Bitcoin is just getting started. It's right now, it's like a diesel, you know. It won't be going up in a straight line. It takes some time. Give it some time. Time is key. Patience is key, of course, in this market. So as well, guys, I see that we're currently only 10 likes away before smashing it up to 200 likes. So can we be smashing it up to 200 likes? That will be truly amazing if we could be doing so right now here. Of course, smashing up the like button only going to take a few seconds over time here. So You guys are saying Harvest Moon should be good. I mean, that definitely. Only good news, right? I mean, yeah, I discussed bad news as well, but I mean, look at the market. We don't have any bad news right now necessarily on the market. And I mean, bad news is a thing that I will be discussing for sure as well here, but there is not a lot of bad news right now. I mean, yeah, if there's extremely bad news here, I will be discussing it, no doubt, man. So we will be mining BTC with China miners. What do you exactly mean? Let me see what you guys are saying here. For Uduk, though, thank you so much, man. So let me start off with going in towards some requests of you guys. So make sure to drop your altcoin requests right in the chat here. I will be first starting off with going into Luna. I will be going into Luna here for you guys out there. And oh wait, I still have to go into Ethereum as well here. I will be going over to Ethereum after Luna into Ethereum. And then I will be going into your altcoin requests further on, okay? So yeah, Luna, trading at the all-time high here. Terra Luna, of course, exciting coin here. It was likely to expect to see Luna, of course, creating higher highs. But still, I'm not a huge fan of the market scenario right now here. I'm not a huge fan of how the market is looking right now here. And I'm purely saying this because we are seeing extremely bearish market structure right now getting unfolded. And yes, I want to be bullish on this coin for sure. But sometimes the market or the momentum is just not letting me. Because right now, look at what we're seeing. We're seeing the biggest bearish divergence I've ever seen getting created literally in front of my eyes. You could be even approached from here on. This is of course not good. This is of course not good what we are seeing. Of course, it is good that the price action is increasing. But it's going to be a matter of time that Luna is going to cool off here or see some sideways action at least here. I do personally think momentum is running dry here. It's not a good buy in my opinion right now. It's not a good buy right now. Especially I don't like to buy at all-time highs. But for me right now, Luna is extremely looking not so good in my opinion. It's looking extremely bad to be honest. I mean, I know the project is good, but it has to be as well provide me a buying opportunity as well. Look at the MACD. MACD forming this lower high trend, price action forming this higher high trend. So while we are going up the whole time here, we are losing momentum on the price action. So it is still moving up, but please don't attach your emotions towards a chart because yeah, you can clearly see we're creating a huge bearish divergence. And always once I'm seeing a coin trading at an all-time high, I'm never buying it. If I see a coin trading at the all-time high with a bearish divergence, oh man, I'm staying away. As well, let me quickly look at the money flow index. Yeah, as well, money flow index extremely bearish. Money flow index as well, showing us that the buyers are getting pretty exhausted, that we're running into a potential resistance line as well. But yeah, we're seeing still higher price tag is getting reached there and lower highs here on the momentum indicator. So however, Luna is forming new all-time highs. I'm still think it is not looking strong here because the momentum indicators are showing us a big reversal is coming anytime soon here. So it's important to keep your eyes out on it. For sure, it could be increasing further on. But for me, I always talk about the R2R ratio. For me, it's not worth to. For me, right now, it's not worth to take the risk for the potential reward. So that's of course always the balance that you should be making up. Are you willing to take the risk to buy it over here for the potential reward? I will be not doing so. Of course, everyone has their own opinion. Everyone has their own strategy. But I will be staying away from Luna right now because it's pretty overextended and it is forming huge reversal signals. So like I told everyone before, we'll be going into Ethereum for a second before really moving in towards other coins because Ethereum is still a coin I want to be discussing every single day, of course. Yeah, Ethereum broke out of the falling wedge here, of course. Cup and handle, and we broke out towards the upside. Next real target that we have to be breaking here is, of course, the neckline over here. If we're going to be able to break the neckline, this is going to be really helping us to stand it towards moon. If we're going to look at the lower time frames here real quickly. So for hourly candles, this is extremely bullish, guys. Have not been seeing this, of course, on stream yet here. You can see this has been a very strong level of resistance, basically. This red box over here has been very important for Ethereum to break here. So you can see major resistance, major support, major resistance. Right now, we're broke above it, and we retested it as support. So this is, of course, extremely bullish. We're seeing a breakthrough of this level. This is bullish. So Bitcoin still has a huge job with breaking through this higher level over here. Well, Ethereum just broke through this other critical zone here. So Ethereum doing a very solid job right now here, and I definitely love to see it. So yeah, if Ethereum is going to create a rollover, if Bitcoin, let's say, is going to correct ever so slightly, Ethereum most likely going to retrace towards the red box here. This is as well for Ethereum going to be very strong accumulation, and I do expect that Ethereum is going to be holding up this line very well here. This is going to be very strong to accumulate your Ethereum's rent. So that is that. As well, downward slope resistance line already got broken here. If I'm looking to the 1 hourly candles, maybe we're seeing something interesting playing out on Ethereum. And if we're not seeing anything interesting playing out, I will be just moving on towards the next project we're going to discuss here. So yeah, maybe we could be looking for potential upward sloping support line that we are generating right now here. This upward sloping support line is for sure a level that we could be keeping our eyes on. We're forming right now as well a lower high over here on the imminent short term, and this could be maybe resulting in once again an apex getting reached here, and maybe a potential price squeeze towards the either upside or downside. As well, you could be approaching it here a little bit on this this lower time frame or this lower time schedule over here. And then you can clearly see, yeah, we are probably about to see a breakout of this potential symmetrical triangle. So yeah, Ethereum is looking to create a move anytime soon here, just like Bitcoin is currently on this chart. It is moving down ever so slightly right now, Bitcoin. But once again, saying this, it is no reason for me to right now start to be panicking, because this is going to be still very bullish. The lower side getting retested, and of course, if we're going to go lower right now, it will be granting me long opportunities. If we're going to go higher right now, it will be granting me, of course, a time to be a little bit more patient. So yeah, it's just today is, for in my opinion, more a day that we have to be surviving. Today is more a day that we have to be just we could be relaxing. We could be relaxing today. We could be take some time off the charts. Of course, always keep your eyes out on the charts. That's important. But tomorrow is going to be the real big deal once again here. So yeah, that's important to know here. As well, what we are going to discuss right now here is the next project, and let me see what you guys are saying here in the chat here. I got Luna around 800 sets. We'll be reevaluating today. Shane, you're doing an absolutely good job here. We'll go 50 plus. What are you talking about? Bitcoin, yeah, for sure. Bitcoin 50k plus. It's going to be very close, man. The Bitcoin 50k plus targets is going to be very close here. I think we could be reaching it anytime soon. And guys, as well, quickly want to be asking you guys for a favor out there, because yeah, we're right now literally one subscriber away before reaching the 61.9k subscribers. So if you're new to the channel, you're watching for the first time, don't forget to smash it up here. We'll be truly highly appreciated if you could be smashing up that subscribe button right now here. We'll be definitely highly appreciated. So let me move on towards the next project of you guys, what we are going to be discussing. So let me see, what am I going to go over? Let me start with going over Cardano, because I think Cardano is important to discuss, because Cardano broke through its resistance line. Cardano broke through its resistance line, like we discussed yesterday here. We'll be going as well in AVEX, guys, for a second, and different assets as well here. So you can see over here, resistance, 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 resistance. So we saw approximately 4 touch points, even 5, excuse me. We saw quite a lot of significance on this Cardano chart getting added, right? We saw quite a lot of significance getting added on this level, and we saw quite a lot of rejections getting formed by this zone as well here. So since we were able to break through this level of Cardano and this resistance line over here, you can see we are right now retesting it as support. So this is of course a bullish retest. We broke out of resistance, retested support, and we moved up here. So this is of course once again textbook analysis here on Cardano. Cardano moving up. I don't necessarily will be taking a very clear price target for this move here. I will be not clearly saying what kind of measured move this is going to be, because I still think the price target is not going to be so significant. I don't think that we're necessarily going to reach this price target in such a steep way towards the upside, in my opinion. This was only more an approach like, this is going to be the trend line we have to be breaking right now in order to potentially increase towards the upside. So right now it is already looking good here, but especially we still have especially a thing that you have to keep your eyes on is, like you can see over here, another resistance line. We still have quite a lot of the resistance that we have to be breaking right now for the Cardano price action. You can see over here, this level is going to be critical level for Cardano to break. 1, 2, 3 very clear touches, and it's going to be once again an important job here to break through this level. And it's going to be a level that we have to be keeping our eyes out on right now here. We have to be keeping our eyes out on how we're going to be breaking for this level. And if we're going to break for this level, retest will be once again not necessarily bad. It will be pretty bullish for Cardano to see this, of course, in my opinion. As well, besides that here, if we're looking to Cardano compared to Ethereum valuation, still trading on massive support, like you know, Cardano compared to Bitcoin valuation, bouncing ever so slightly right now, like expected. It's trading on levels where it could be really see this bounce from off. So yeah, this is healthy. It's healthy, and it's good to see this bounce getting traded right now here. So as well, different requests right now coming in here. How about VeChain? Of course, I'm a very big bull on VeChain. Like I told everyone before, I have been really accumulating VeChain around the 8 cents towards 9 cents. and I've been already making a very solid gain here on my VeChain holdings. But how about VeChain? I'm bullish for the coming days. I'm bullish for the coming month. I'm bullish for the coming days, especially Bitcoin is going to move up from here on. It's going to be VeChain as well. That's really going to be benefiting from the Bitcoin momentum we're about to get generating, of course. So I've been going over it several times here. The zone where everyone is, of course, in fear, you should start to get greedy. And of course, there are some rumors that VeChain is going to get listed on Coinbase. So that is going to be bullish rumors, and it's going to be pretty bullish on what kind of influence it will be having on VeChain, of course. So I'm looking forward towards where it could be heading towards from here on. As well, you can see over here, topside resistance. This is going to be the major resistance and the major test VeChain is going to get. If we're breaking through this level, I think it's going to be game on here. It's going to be game on for VeChain. VeChain could be really shoot up very quickly. VeChain could be moving up in a very rapid pace here, and we could be making some very significant gains with our VeChain holdings. So right now, is it too late to buy VeChain? I don't necessarily think so. Are we retesting critical resistance? Yes, we are. We are once again, you can see this level over here, retesting it. It's going to be not an easy job to break through of this level. I personally think that this is going to be an important level to break as well for the daily chart here on VeChain. But let me as well look at the lower time frames for a second. So you can see massive pumps, massive corrections as well coming in here. But in general, a very steady rise towards the upside getting generated. And on the 4-hourly as well, it is looking like a very healthy uptrend that we're currently creating here. As well, topside still providing resistance. This is still going to be an important level to break through. If I'm going to set up some Fibonacci's from, let's say, the swing high over here. Excuse me, I have to set it up correctly. So from the swing high over here to the swing low, you can see the golden pocket entry provided very strong support over here, right? So this level over here this golden pocket provided very strong support of VeChain over here. Afterwards, it provided major resistance on this level on the golden pocket resistance line over here. And afterwards, it provided very strong support on the golden pocket once again here. So, yes, we were first finding it at the retesting at the resistance, and right now retesting it as support. This is, of course, looking extremely bullish in my opinion, and this could be really resulting in, of course, more bullish price action as well coming towards the price action of VeChain. This could be once again resulting in higher price cycles getting reached there, and the next step towards the upside getting reached, and the next step towards the upside is going to be the 0.5 in this Fibonacci extension retracement, excuse me. So yeah, looking pretty solid here, to be honest. And let me right away go in towards the VeChain compared to Bitcoin evaluation. VeChain compared to Bitcoin as well, what you can see over here forms a double bottom with a higher low. Looks very solid. This could be resulting in a very strong W. I'm very bullish on VeChain here. I mean, I've been bullish on VeChain for already the past 2 weeks here, and I think you should be bullish for the coming months as well on VeChain. This double bottom as well for me, the first real big reversal signal we're getting right now here. So it's looking pretty solid here. So as well, I will be going in AVIX, guys, so give me a second. CTSI here, thank you for support of the nation, of course. Let me discuss CTSI for a second here. CTSI here has been pumping up towards the upside very quickly. Then, of course, it was going into this reaccumulation phase. And right now, it is not really showing the real big strength here like it is doing with some other altcoins right now here. Excuse me. So what are we seeing right here? First of all, major resistance line from Tulsa getting generated. This is going to be an important level that we have to be breaking on CTSI here. And like you can see, today's daily candle, we're trying to break through it once again. But I always say, you don't have a breakthrough until it closes. Because like you can see over here, and maybe you can see over here today once again, you don't have a breakthrough as long as you're, of course, not breaking through it yet here. So as well, you can be looking at potential upper slope support line. This is, of course, some support and resistance that's coming together. This could be, of course, a major rally that we could be getting created here if we're going to be able to break through this resistance line. So it's going to be pretty important level to break through, in my opinion. As well, if we're going to look at the Fibonacci, you can see we already have been managing to break above the 0.236 here in the Fibonacci. There's an important level to break through, but the next realistic target is going to be, in my opinion, the golden pocket, because you can see over here, resistance over here, resistance over here. It's going to be providing a lot of resistance in the coming days as well from here on. So yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting on how this is going to be reacting and how this is going to be resulting in the market. But personally think still golden pocket and golden pocket resistance line is going to be extremely important to be breaking through here on this CTSI price action. So we have to be keeping our eyes on that as well. Weekly time frame. If we're looking to the weekly time frame and we're going to set up a Fibonacci, let me see, from here on to there, Fibonacci extension. You can see over here, this level provides very strong resistance over here. This level provides very strong support over there. And right now we're retesting it with the weekly time frame. So yeah, today, 14 more hours in this weekly candle. Are we going to see a breakthrough? It's going to be bullish. Are we going to see close below it? I expect more downwards pressure, man. So it's going to be important where this weekly candle is going to close right now here for you. So that's basically my real quick thoughts about this coin here. But what do we think about AVAX? I think AVAX and what do we got? AVAX and Luna are relatively in the same coin. Like AVAX, Luna, Solana, they're basically in the same, and of course Avalanche. Sorry, not Avalanche. That's what we're looking at right now here. And sorry, excuse me, it was Algorand was also in the same market structure basically, because all these coins were forming the same market structure, right? They were forming a high over here, then they formed some low highs over there, then they formed this reaccumulation phase, and then they formed another push up here. All these coins are doing the exact same right now, so that is pretty interesting right here. But what you can see over here, top side resistance, resistance over here, and right now support is getting found as well on this level. So pretty interesting what we're right now seeing here. Previous resistance getting flipped into support, and we are moving up very steadily. If I'm looking to the momentum, still okay, we were pretty overextended over there, and right now we're still forming bearish divergence along the way up here, and I will be for sure take it very seriously. But it is looking a little bit healthier than let me see, than Luna right now. So yeah, what we have to be really looking at right now as well, the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame is all still creating a bearish divergence. Weekly time frame is still supporting this level very well here, to be honest, as you can see. As well, if we're going to move in towards the 4 hourly candles for Avalanche right now, is that we are currently see that we broke the downtrend over here, and we moved up right away afterwards. So we were creating maybe a potential falling wedge scenario where we were creating this downward slope support line, this lower high structure, and since we were breaking it, we of course started to move up here. And if you're going to look at this price target of this this falling wedge scenario, you're going to look at the price target, of course, on the top side of the wedge. That's going to be a 21% move, and from the point of trading right now, it's going to be still a 13% move towards the upside. So yeah, definitely could be still have some more room to grow towards the higher ranges over here from here on, to be very honest. If I'm going to remove my drawings and look at the 1 hourly candles, yeah, it's looking healthy. It's not looking like we are forming any bearish structures or whatsoever right now. We're forming this higher low structure right now in the market. We're forming this higher high structure as well. It is looking like a solid trend that we're currently in. So not a lot to talk about on this time frame over here, but let me as well look at the Bitcoin comparison, because I do think that really the game is going to be very important to look at. This coin is going to be very important to look at if we're going to compare it towards Bitcoin. It's going to be showing us either very strong buying opportunities or selling opportunities. And for me right now, you can see first of all right away a few things. So resistance, of course, got found over here, resistance over here. Right now this level is really providing the support. So let's say Avalanche is going to be retracing compared to Bitcoin back towards the red box. For me, it's going to be a very strong accumulation zone. For me, it's going to be the zone that I will be looking to buy a little bit more of it, and liking to accumulate a little bit more of it. And that's for me going to be the most important zone that you could be looking at as well. What we could have been looking at as well is this this channel where we were going up in a very rapid pace, and maybe where we were creating some kind of a rising wedge scenario. And rising wedge, of course, typical bearish bias pattern. And since of this breakdown of this rising wedge, you could be maybe look for a 52% correction against Bitcoin. So still not necessarily the best price structure that you can be seeing in such a chart. So that's of course a more unfortunate thing to see, to be honest, because as well, if you're just not approaching it like a rising wedge, yeah, we broke the important trend line, what was really keeping up the momentum. So yeah, right now we could be maybe after this ready towards the upside create and approach it like a bull flag. That's of course the bullish approach that you could be taking right now here, and then we could be maybe create another very significant leg towards the upside getting generated. And if you're going to be if you really want to be seeing so, for me the most important thing that Avalanche have to do right now here is of course break the top side of this resist line. And if we're going to do so, yeah, I could be maybe think, yeah, we could be see some more higher price targets getting reached there. Otherwise, maybe this the steam on this rally over here could be maybe running down, and we could be seeing some sideways consolidation. So that's personally my opinion about Avalanche right now here. as well. Can you check Dent here? 20% up in the last 24 hours. Cheers. Cheers, man. Thank you for supporting the nation, of course. But let me check Dent here for you guys out there. Yeah, Dent have been moving up very quickly. And like you can see over here, I was looking at this. I was looking at Dent over here of this symmetrical triangle. Like you can see over here, symmetrical triangle broke down. Right away, moved down from there on. But Dent, what can we see here? It's still formed this extreme high top here, and since of the autumn high, we are still down 74% here. That's crazy. Still 74% down from the autumn high. That is crazy. So yeah, what could we be expecting? Maybe in the trend line from here on could be, of course, important to look at, and of course this trend line could be signifying right now where we are going to find some resistance on. I do think this is going to be an important level to keep your eyes on right now here as well. From the top side over here, this is the trend line to keep your eyes on as well, but we already broke this trend line, so this is of course relatively good to see for Dent right here. I think if I'm going to set up a Fibonacci, we just broke through the 0.236 here. No, we're not even touching it yet here, so excuse me. So I mean, Dent is still pretty low in its valuation right now here. So Dent is still trading pretty low in its valuation. It is right now trading on against the 0.236 resistance. This is going to be important resistance for Dent to break here. If it's really want to be continue its trend towards the upside, it is going to be important that we're going to be breaking through this level of the 0.236 here. If we're not going to do so, I think Dent could be, of course, in an even longer accumulation phase on lower sides, of course. Of course, it was pretty oversold by here. And of course, it's rise very inevitable with 500% here. And of course, towards the autumn high, it's still going to be a 1500% rise here from that point. So still, yeah, maybe it has a lot of potential still to grow here. But still, I will be taking it with a grain of salt. I should be very skeptical. I should be careful with them right now here. So then, as well, important resistance line to keep your eyes on right now. Still not breakthrough yet. It's going to once again come down to this daily candle. So like we can see right now here is that a lot of these altcoins that we discussed today here is right now retesting critical level of resistance. And it's going to be important that we're going to break through it. Of course, what I can see here is that we are trading in a bullish bias pattern, because we're currently trading in this this descending broadening wedge here. This is a typical bullish bias, a reversal pattern that this coin is creating, and it looks to be that we could be breaking out towards the upside. So if we're going to really approach a price target of this this descending broadening wedge here, we could be maybe see a price target around the 0.009 cents getting seen here. So for me, what's going to be important is not only a breakthrough of this resist line here on the top side, but as well breakthrough of this 0.236 here in the Fibonacci. And if we're going to see so, yeah, we could be seeing this 0.009 getting reached here, and that's going to still mean that you're going to find an approximately 80% gain from here on. So yeah, it looks pretty solid if we could be breaking this resist line. If we're going to be re-entering, the chances are relatively high that we're going to move down back towards these lower sides once again. So yeah, important to know here. But guys, right now I will be talking a little bit here about Bitcoin before I will be wrapping up the stream here, because yeah, Bitcoin of course currently moving down ever so slightly. Still expect some more that we're going to close the Monday candle or the Sunday candle around here, and if we're not going to do so, we're going to push up towards this level on Monday. But guys, later today I will be doing another live stream. I will be doing approximately another hour of a live stream. I will be once again discuss what we're seeing in the market, maybe some new interesting articles came out here or not, and otherwise I'm going to once again discuss your favorite projects. If you like this content, don't forget to smash up the like button. Will be truly highly appreciated if you're going to smash up that like button right now here, guys. Don't forget as well to subscribe to the channel, ring the bell notification if you don't want to be missing out of any of these more update videos out there. And with that having being said, guys, I will check you guys later today in another update video here or another update stream like I told you. And yeah, peace out. Goodbye.